gonna test the audio here real quick. Here we go. Just gotta bring the stream up and listen to my voice. See how it sounds. Not playback devices, volume units, sir. Ba-da-dum. Okay. Test, 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 test. Let's test again. I just increased the microphone level and see how it sounds. I need to test because I was not paying attention and didn't realize I was just sitting on the title screen. And I have no idea how it actually sounds. So I need to have like some audio in the background while I'm talking to make sure it sounds fine. Have some battle music going on at least. So I'm gonna raise the game audio a little bit here and just kind of hear how it sounds. So I just raised the game audio. I'm gonna keep talking. This music should be playing, which is I believe the loudest the game should ever get. So I'm gonna listen to myself talking a little bit here. I think this should be okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit of Blue Breaker Burst, do some test streaming. I'm gonna open up the Twitch tab, just in case. I doubt anybody's watching, but hey, if you're at the Twitch chat, I'm not seeing what you're saying. Hey, what do you know? Nobody's in Twitch chats. Weird, huh? Strange, weird. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and mute the stream now so I'm not hearing myself. One other thing I'm going to test is Amric recording. Oh, that's right. Like, for some reason, Twitch is broken for me in Chrome, and I have no idea why. Okay. So I just went ahead and closed Twitch, so hopefully the stream over there is going alright. I'm just going to bring the chat up here. Okay. Well, let me unmute my volume mixer so I can hear the game audio. And I think we're just gonna go ahead and go. Oh no, the other thing I was gonna say is I was gonna try recording. I'm actually gonna apply a setting here real quick. I'm gonna keep an eye on the stream here just to see. I'm actually gonna press start and try to get to the demo mode again. I changed it so it only does one line for interlacing, I think. Like, I think it does, like, top line first. I don't know. I don't understand how de-interlacing works, but it looks like a nightmare sometimes, depending on what you do. So, I went ahead and just made a change. We'll see how it looks. On my side, that looks really bad. Let me try switching it back to what it was before. Let me skip. Skip the opening cutscene. I don't really care what the cutscene looks like. I mainly care what the gameplay looks like. I feel like I'm seeing more interlacing now, so switch to auto select. I might switch to not use and see what happens. And part of this might just be a learning experience as I start the stream. It might not be perfect. Yeah, I'm still seeing a lot of interlacing stuff. Let me try and not use and see what happens. I don't know. I don't know. I might have to look up like ideal Amric settings for interlaced. Okay. So the last thing we're going to try is we're actually going to try to go ahead and record some footage too at the same time. Okay. Maybe I didn't set it up right. Let me try setting it to top field like I said I would. And then switching it. Okay, I can't tell with the pre-rendered or the cutscenes, but I'll probably be able to tell with gameplay if it made any difference. Press start button. Okay, yeah, I think this actually does look better. If it looks awful and atrocious, if you happen to be watching this, let me know. But to me, this looks better. So I think this is what we're going to go with for now. I think I just wasn't applying it. There's an apply settings button, but it doesn't actually apply, so you click OK apparently. So we're going to just go for it. But I keep forgetting, I'm actually going to try to record some footage as well while we're doing this. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to keep an eye on the stream while we're doing that and see if there's any effect on the quality of the game itself. Shisudemu data. Well, I don't think this what's it called matters too much. The data matters too much in this case. I'll just play with what I got. We're just gonna do with team battle mode, I guess. So we're gonna pick 3 people. Yeah, so I haven't unlocked anyone. This isn't the right save data. Let's see. Who did I actually liked playing? I think I liked playing her. This is Blue Breaker Burst. This is a fighting game based off a Japanese RPG visual novel series. I haven't played Blue Breaker, the original, but I have a copy. I think I enjoyed... what's her face? I forget her name. Who else did I like using? I think the other person I liked using was a secret character, so, I'll just grab her. This is like any other PS1 fighting game. It's floaty and bad in a lot of ways. So we're just gonna fight. It's a lot of very floaty attacks, What's kind of neat is that, like, if you look under my health bar there, there's actually like a magic bar. Oh gosh. And I can cast different spells. Oops, ow. This guy's hurting me. Some of them use only one of the energy. I'm just gonna kill this guy real quick. Some of them only use one of the little blue energies, and when they do that, they'll eventually recharge. But if you use one of your specials, you'll burn all your energy, and you won't recharge any of it until I think the end of the match. I forget what that was though, and I don't have the manual here anymore. Also, I'm dead. There's a little bit of shaking, but I don't know if that's a part of the game itself. I'll have to pay attention here on the CRT to see. I recall Kaimina having really good kick attacks as I sit here and get messed up by her. Ooh. It's been a long time since I played this game. I don't particularly remember the button inputs, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I don't have my physical copy here with me, so I can't just like look at the manual. That's right. Okay, she has an uppercut. There we go. I'm gonna back off. Use a spell. Yeah, I think that shaking's just happening on the TV. Or in the game. I don't think that's an effect of the interlace. Oh. There's not a ton to say about this game. At least the fighting game part of it. Let me see if I can use one of the special... Oh, well, I'm dead. I'm gonna skip past that. I lost, oh no. I got further than I realized. I thought I forgot I fought the other guy. There's a story mode. It's actually a pretty impressive story mode. There's two types of story. As you see, the top of the screen says Bride Select. These were dating games originally, so I guess, you know, essentially what you're doing is you're choosing your route, and then at the end you marry whoever you choose to go after, basically. Kaimina's story is a lot more involving than anything else. There's like a world map you go around on, but it's also on a time limit. So if you don't complete enough stuff in an amount of time, you get a bad ending and you have to start over. It's not too bad once you trial and error it out. I just made a lot of saves to make sure I end up in a position where I wasn't able to progress. And it's pretty easy to tell when you've moved something forward. It pretty much comes down to when you go to an area, is there a significant cutscene, or does the character just say like one thing to you and then you walk away kind of thing. The other tales are just like linear stories though. Also, I love this loading screen. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting long. The burning fight is... I didn't get to finish reading it, but it's a really silly screen. And so you just get... I mean, this is based off like a dating sim JRPG kind of thing. You get these little like visual novel cutscenes. So one thing I want to really note here, and I don't see this often in any games ever, and you might notice that here in a minute, is that these characters animate, and you look at them blinking, like, yeah, they're just blinking, that's pretty normal. But when they switch between character portraits, they actually will move around, and they have animations to move in and out of those character portraits, and they're kind of stiff. So, like you see, she sits there and moves her hand behind her head, and then she's going to go back to her center position, and then she animates to a blushing position, and it's kind of janky, but it's neat. Just having like basically these fully animated, not fully animated, but you know, animated character portraits that don't just like swap between different emotions, and it's not like a live 2D thing. These are like actual animations that were drawn, and same thing for the main guy. I'm gonna beat up my husband to be. And then, like, the main character, like a lot of these dating games, doesn't have a voice. See, this guy, if you look at the original Blue Breaker, this guy doesn't have eyes because a lot of old dating games would cover up the eyes because they're kind of trying to not identify the main male character, I assume as a self-insert thing. But he doesn't have a voice. Even in the cutscenes, he doesn't have a voice. The, like, animated cutscenes. But all the female characters do. And I think what's impressive about Blue Breaker Burst's cutscenes are and you get these little, like, little animated cutscenes as well, with like little sprites in the background. But I think what's impressive with Blue Breaker is just it feels like there's, I don't know the best way to put it, like there's a lot of production value in here. Like it's a lot of voice acting. You know, just having the character portraits animate is really nice, and there's a lot of cutscenes as well. I'm sure the story probably is whatever completely, but you know, I don't know. Who knows? It's in Japanese. But it's pretty nice. So you basically just sit here and go through these cutscenes. Your dad has a voice too. I think you unlock your dad eventually to play. But even though you're kind of self-insert guy, you play as the girl. I feel like the audio might not be quite right. I could be wrong. Just feels like some of the notes aren't hitting as high as they should be. But it has been a long time since I've listened to this soundtrack. This game has a good soundtrack too. So I think I'm gonna beat up my boy. I'm just gonna skip through this. I've played through the entirety of this game. I have a whole video up about it if you ever wanna take a look at that. But I need to do more testing. I messed up the microphone audio last time. I set it really low for some reason. I forget why. I think because of the Xenoblade 2 stuff, I set it really low at some point. But that was a bad idea. Because the Alice in Wonderland, or Cyberland thing, you can't hear me at all, nor through the pachinko, so I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed that pachinko. It's a good time. We can play more pachinko if you want. It's 2:20 a.m., but the night is young. Yeah, I'm a little worried about this audio. I don't recall it sounding like this, but maybe it's just... yeah, I don't know. Because what I'm hearing is coming through Amric. I might need to change some of the sound settings at some point here. Oh, I didn't beat up my boy. Well, I guess we did fight training or something. So you can choose to save, you can choose to load, or you just keep going. And so this is actually the map that you would see in Kaimina's mode. It just, in this case, it automatically moves you across all these areas to the next relevant story cutscene. Versus Kaimina's, which you have to actually navigate around and try to find where the cutscenes are.
Oh, Karumi じゃないか。傭兵家業はやめたんじゃなかったのかい?
This music kind of reminds me of Harvest Moon a little bit.
そうか、一足遅かったな。いや、 ちょうどルーイン遺跡探索の依頼がいくつかあったんだけど残しとくんだったな。
ないのか。
今日来た見かけない
I think I set up the auto mode.
くれっていうもんだから。
It's actually pretty convenient.
他に手頃なのはないしな。
Recording doesn't seem to be causing any problems unless the audio is part of that.
チャンスだったのに。
Which actually might be very convenient for older video games. Because I would like to record footage while streaming if I
ど
can.
うしてだよ。
あまりにも危険すぎる。
I have a hard time.
お前さんも
When I tried to
噂ぐらいは聞いてる
recording Xenoblade footage while also streaming, things went bad and downhill really
今はもう
fast.
遺跡の中も大丈夫らしいじゃないか。
しかし
Being able to stream via Amric
遺跡に入
and
る
then
と正気じゃなくなる
capture at the same time is really nice. I may need to change some of the audio settings though with how this
どう
sounds.
しても取ってこなくちゃいけないものがあるんでね。
Excuse me.
気をつけるんだな。
It is like 2:30.
俺はドジなんか踏まないよ。
I feel like there was some kind of cutscene here that was relatively important.
ああ、聖剣か。
But yeah, you can see all this dialogue is voiced, you know.
あれ、なんだ。
And if you were a fan of the original Blue Breaker, you know, this gave you a chance to play more story for Blue Breaker. Blue Breaker got a couple of PS1 and Saturn releases. None of them were ever localized. Same thing with the original game, never localized. None of these games were localized either. Hey, Blue Breaker as a series was never localized. Let me just make that simple and clear. Am I supposed to be doing something? I think I'm supposed to be clicking the button. Yeah. So, yeah, so there's the original RPG, and then there's a remake for PS1 and Saturn. I had the PCFX version. Yeah. So these fighting games, this is the second fighting game. The first and the second one are PS1 exclusive, I believe. As far as I can tell, the first and second fighting game are largely the same game. They're just different character stories. So these stories you're seeing right here, the second, or essentially the second game has the second set of characters that you get the story for. So in the main characters, you don't get a tale for, essentially.
変な。
As far as I can tell, I haven't actually got a copy of the first game yet, and I really should. I wouldn't mind getting a copy of... So, what I might do is, because there are multiple endings throughout this series, is, or throughout these games, is get a copy of the PS1 version of Blue Breaker, and then maybe do part of the endings on the PCFX version, part of the endings on the PS1 version. There's also a Sega Saturn release, but I don't have a Sega Saturn. So, got a Ghost Sword. Let's see if we can get to... yeah, you can see there's a lot of cutscenes. This is pretty hefty. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna fight this guy. That actually wasn't voiced. Or maybe I pressed the button wrong. I'm not sure. Oh, she's thinking to herself. Maybe she can't speak. Oh, okay, yeah. I think she just couldn't speak or something. Or she's... Oh no, Spook Sword. Probably stop after this fight. I mainly just wanted to make sure how it sounded. I wanted to fix the video quality a bit, and I think we're there. Yeah. Yeah. I was just checking the audio again. Sorry for not saying anything. But yeah, this audio just sounds a little weird. That's my biggest concern. I'm trying to remember, there's some other... So I think the special, and I'm gonna wait till I get him almost dead and try to use the special. Oops. But you see it's just like a wonky PS1 fighting game. Oh no. I wanted to use one of the specials, but I think we're not going to. The specials aren't really that great in general. Again, this music's pretty good. Let me see if there's any audio settings real quick in Amric that I can adjust. It is nice that I can kind of adjust the Amric settings on the fly. Oh, but I gotta pause the recording. Let's see if we can open up the audio stuff here real quick. It might just be a side effect of the driver used for this capture card, which would stink. It's really difficult to find decent composite capture cards, unfortunately. I don't remember this guy.
体が勝手に攻撃を。
カルミ、この俺とやろうってのか。上等だ。おめえとはいつか決着をつけてやろうとは思っていたんだ。
I'm having a hard time telling what the difference is.
やめてくれ。俺は戦う気なんかないんだ。なんてこった。
I'm surprised how much animation they gave that guy. I'm watching the stream from a few minutes ago. That guy has completely animated character portraits, so like all the other characters. Surprised because I don't think he's a major character or anything. Yeah, bye. Let's see if there's something else worth briefly streaming real quick. All the cutscene automatically plays. Oh, well, the cutscene's not automatically playing anymore. But yeah, I'm just, I think largely I'm good. I think I might go forward with what I got here. And then Thursday, actually stream something. Not sure how long the stream will be. We'll see. It's going to be probably a lot of just getting the flow of things. I'm going to apply the same rule to my podcast I am like with streaming. Podcasting and streaming are not what I'm particularly interested in. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way per se. I think it's more of a supplemental thing to what I do. Writing and making videos are my two main focuses. And as long as that's true, I think, you know, I never want the podcasts and the what's it called? Stream, and you know, we'll see if I haven't even started streaming yet, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But I never want those to become more than just something that I throw together, you know, set this stuff up to record a certain way, and then, you know, be able to go ahead and connect my capture card up and then just click record and stream, basically. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording just because I'm not planning on recording anything else. I'm a little worried about the audio, like I said, but not a huge deal. But I feel like I should give you guys something before I go. That isn't just Blue Breaker. I don't know. I got a lot of PS1 games over here to consider. I would set up Gun Gauge, but it's a PAL game, and that requires switching around settings in Amric because it's PAL 50, and I have to drag out my projector that supports PAL. Toshiden, Arisu. Oh, that's the Alice in Cyberland. Well, maybe that'll be it. Nothing's really jumping out at me as something I need to... well, I mean, it's just... Look. We've had a lot of anime girls recently. Let's take a big break from anime girls. There might be anime girls in this game, I'm not sure, but let's take a break from that. No more anime girls right now, I think. Or if we do anime girls, we'll get back to them. I mean, we will get back to anime girls. But for this stream, let's end it on something that's different. I'm just going to flip through here, see if there's any anime girls in here real quick. Okay, I can confirm there is anime in here. I see a guy. Oh, there's an anime girl. I can confirm. So we're just going to move forward. Project Ogre. I wonder if they're the developers of this game. Not Blue Breaker, but the game we're about to talk about. Blue Breaker is developed by Hunex Entertainment. Banpresto as well. Yeah, even when recording that opening sound just sounds a little weird. Hopefully that's only on my side. I'll have to listen to the stream again later. Oh, okay. All right. Banpresto. I also don't really have a good way to look at chat while I'm streaming. My CRT is basically on the other side of where my chat is. That's a robot.
Megatude 2096.
Megatude. Let's go to the options. I haven't played nearly enough of this game to really know what's happening. Attack 1, attack 2. Attack 1 plus 2. Guard. R1, R2, change arms. Okay. So circle's to change stances, I guess. And then square and triangle your attacks, and then pressing them at the same time will also attack. X is guard. And then R1 and R2. Let me change something here real quick. See. Here we go. Let's try this. L1, R1 sounds better. I think linear L and linear R might be your movement. So let's give that a shot. Let's do a versus game.
Select machine.
We'll do Kazekiri. Oh, wait. It's just actually waiting for a second player. Jeez. Alright. I guess we're doing story mode. Sounds like the audio is only weird sometimes. Like that sounded normal that time. So it's strange. Very strange. Oh. Excuse me. General support. Megatudo. I always thought it was Megasudo.
Megatude
How?
2096.
Oh, Megatude. Tude. Megatude. Does that make sense? Tude? English doesn't make sense as is, so I guess I can't blame them. A lot of weird silent letters and stuff.
Machine.
Let's just stick with what we were gonna go before. Well, let's see. Let's look at these pilot names. We can play Huge, Shira, I wonder if that's supposed to be Sheila, Hugo Vinci, Hugo Vici? No, Hugovich, Calico, Master, Jaro, Petty, Title, Danny, Shindo. Let's play Danny. Danny's 36. I can appreciate a 36-year-old. Oh yeah, hell yeah, check out this story. I wonder if we'll get any story after this cutscene. I wonder if I story it just means arcade mode. Diebringer. Ricky Winterborn versus Diebringer. I got a big gun.
Go.
Okay, so let me see. We got triangle attack. Okay, that's like a shoot. And then triangle's like a charge. And then switch arms. Gotcha. See like a power meter on the bottom of the screen? Oh, I didn't save my settings for the what's it called? Boom. I win.
Right. 2.
I want to see if there's a cutscene.
Go.
Oof. Seems like the direction and the attack also seem to matter. I'm getting screwed up though. Oh, that... I don't know if he hit me or if I hurt myself.
You lose.
You lose.
Go.
Ooh. That seems like it burns my health when I do that. Ow. Not really sure what burns my energy right now either. There we go. I'm a winner. I did it. I don't really know what I did, but I did it. It feels like there's something to this game. I just can't figure it out yet. Let's see if there's a story. Yeah, this is the best story. Dead Sea and Israel. Two megatudes fought. Yeah, that's gonna be it, I think. So, 2 fighting games just for you of Japanese nature.
Go.
I think we're gonna go forward with streaming on Thursday, whether audio problems are an actual problem or not. I'll probably do some listening over the weekend just to make sure, but it seems like they're gonna be there either way. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I will kill this guy and then we'll just end it there. I'm not gonna do the full match though. think I'm the winner. I feel like I should know about more types of moves and stuff that I can be doing in here, but... Oh, there we go. I didn't destroy him, but he destroyed himself. Winner! Alright, that's it. Thank you guys so much.